Welcome back to episode 56 of the Block Runner Podcast. As always, I'm your host, William. Always here with your co-host, Jaime.
This is probably my last time ever doing a podcast, by the way, boys and girls. Because apparently the fucking world is falling apart, so...
Yeah, so we just got news that a bunch of bars and restaurants are shutting down here in Texas.
Yeah.
And at least for the next 15 days, but...
I mean...
They're taking it bi-weekly cases.
Yeah. I mean, but this to me signals like just the beginning. I mean,
yeah,
because they shut down some bars and some clubs, like, oh, you think the coronavirus is gonna give a shit about that, dude? That's not stopping anything, man. It's unfortunate. Like every time I drive around, I'm like in public. There's like so much human activity, especially where we are, dude. We live in a city with like millions of people.
Yeah,
it's like already overpopulated. I feel like.
On top of that, we saw a bunch of pictures of Disneyland or Disney World. It was like packed.
Yeah.
Full of people.
Well, that's the thing. I went out this weekend because I was like, this is probably like the last weekend I'll probably be able to leave my house. I'm thinking, so I was like, just wanted to one last hoorah before shit really hits the fan, you know?
Absolutely. And
I noticed, like, dude, there's not this whole social distancing shit that I hear so much about, like from the president and his task force. You know, dude, nobody's listening to these guys. You know,
yeah, definitely not.
So there's no way to police this. Literally, the only way you can is if you do like some China shit, like if you see people like
martial law.
Yeah, exactly.
That was trending. I think it was earlier today or maybe yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, but
why?
It's just
because
somebody's named martial law. Yeah.
But my point is like China approved. By the way, this is gonna be just like a general podcast. We're just shooting the shit here. But there's some really important like life events that we need to acknowledge. You know, we like to talk about crypto and Decentraland a lot, but we're gonna take a small break from that while we can and kind of acknowledge like the real world for a little bit.
Yeah.
Damn, where was I going though? Oh, that China kind of proved. I don't know how reliable their data is, but
yeah, but they're communists. They can do that.
That's my point. So, like they went the extreme route to take control of this problem.
Well, they're the only ones that could go the extreme route.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, okay, unfortunately the cat's out the bag now and the rest of the world is going through the same thing that China did, but we don't have the same governmental, we're not going to let government just like swipe people off the street like if you're breaking quarantine laws, or maybe we will. I don't know. I'm not sure how far the government's going to go with this.
No, they're not going to go that level.
So if they announce a quarantine, like...
no, it's going to be a voluntary lockdown.
See, that's not going to work. That's not good enough.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it'll definitely slow things down, but there's going to be people who are just like,
companies are shutting down for 2 weeks at least.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be forced to stay home. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to stay home.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for the most part, I mean, where are you going to go? Like, if you can't go to a bar or you can't go to work, I mean, you just stay home, like, with family.
Yeah, but there's people who are going to get, like, cabin fever, dude. They can't handle, like, the extroverts of the world.
Yeah.
They can't, like, for me, I'm an introvert, so, dude, this is, like, a dream come true, dude. Like, I'm okay.
Dude, you're not an introvert.
What do you mean?
You're not an introvert.
I'm totally an introvert.
No way, dude.
Yes way, dude.
I'm more introverted than you are. I'm way more introverted than you are.
So maybe I'm just lazy then. I don't know. I just don't. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with just like being at home.
Well, yeah,
like, not around people.
Yeah.
I think like extroverts, they need that human to human interaction, dude. I could go to the woods and say peace out, world, dude. I'm fucking out, dude. I don't need people.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds, it's just my nature.
Yeah.
You know? I like people, but I do just fine on my own, dude. But anyways. Yeah, man, this is getting crazy. And we're starting to notice it now. We just got word of one of our hosts. He's got to liquidate his assets, his Decentraland assets, which is crazy.
Yeah, his real life job is got shut down because of the virus.
Yeah, so this is actually having some serious economic ramifications, and we're actually starting to identify it now ourselves.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, now that it's starting to reach Decentraland, now it's serious.
So let's talk about Decentraland. There's actually some... I said we weren't going to talk about it. We're already talking about it. God damn it, dude. Yeah. We're so gripped
Yeah.
There's no escaping it, though. Yeah, because there's a lot to talk about. Because Decentraland...
We're vested in it, so that's why.
But yeah, and this is like our day-to-day conversation with the communities. Like, there apparently... the community is pretty much in agreement that, like, there's an opportunity being missed on, Is it like with this coronavirus, like the new trend now is like remote working,
Yeah.
which maybe you can explain that to me a little bit better because you have a lot more experience with that than me.
Yeah. So anytime that you have a meeting, you take that meeting on Zoom, and that's how you conduct business.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time, you're pretty much have your own responsibility to get shit done.
So basically, like a job, which I haven't had like a traditional job in
Yeah.
a while, but like everything can just be emailed. Basically,
Yeah.
any kind of task or responsibility your job demands you to perform,
It's either a phone call or an email.
or at worst, the
Some
Zoom call.
documents,
You gotta,
a Zoom call,
You
yeah.
gotta talk to the boss. Be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
like, hit me up on Zoom."
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, why the fuck haven't we been doing this?
I don't know.
That
I don't
sounds
know.
so much. Well, okay.
To me, it's more efficient. It's a lot more better. You do have to kind of depend on the responsibilities of
Exactly.
your teammates.
You can't micromanage.
You can't micromanage.
But
But
if
you
you-
know who's not pulling the weight.
Exactly.
You
If
can
their
feel it.
performance is slipping, you have the evidence.
Yeah, it's
point
like,
towards that.
here's a good example. Like our Discord right now, it's usually on fire. And a lot of that time that's on fire is because people need stuff like on their metas and updates and changes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like the stuff starts to pile on. And like we got life to take care of too. So it's like we know who's not like, doing the work for the most part. But then like at night everybody like gets together and like finishes all up. So
yeah.
it's all about like remote work is essentially just get your shit done. Doesn't matter when you do it, just get it done.
Yeah.
Because there's other things to do, man. We got dentist appointments. We got to pick people up from the airport. You got you just can't avoid that stuff.
Yeah. So I guess the big thing is that there's an opportunity. So there is a necessity for teams to interact with each other.
Yeah.
I guess it's perfectly fine. Like, yeah, we could all just hop on Zoom and just talk to each other, but there is an opportunity to I guess simulate the reality in a virtual world, right? Like
Yeah.
the meetings itself. Like people are actually meeting in a certain location. Let's say within Decentraland. There's tons of buildings.
It's
available.
different when you can meet with people like in the virtual world, like in Decentraland.
Yeah.
Have your like work meeting, but
Yeah.
also like travel to Decentraland and like together.
So it's a little bit of like group bonding.
It's
a
group
way.
bonding, but it's like engaged like conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're paying attention to what people are saying when you're playing. So I think that's the opportunity. I think we're identifying here.
Yeah.
That's being missed out by Decentraland.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of people had that in mind when they built all these conference centers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We were wondering way back in the day, like, what are all these like empty office buildings for?
Right.
And now this could be a use case for that,
Yeah.
But there's certain things missing why, it's not really possible. For one, there's no in-game voice
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
capabilities,
And then the chat. Once you start chatting it up in the little chat section,
Uh-huh.
like the whole world slows down.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
I never
But-
got that chatty yet in the
no,
world.
you've seen it. You've seen it. Like
Uh-huh,
once
yeah.
the chat like explodes, it slows down. But I think they've sort of fixed that to a certain extent.
Yeah. But yeah, like we've already identified in the past, like we're super early, so unfortunately these things can't become a reality yet. But
Yeah.
it seems like the community really wants some of this, or it's kind of like a marketing opportunity. I guess you're missing out on,
Yeah.
or we're missing out on. But
Yeah, and another thing that happened on Discord, on Decentraland's Discord, was a conversation on. I'm thinking that we're pointing the finger on Decentraland to fix some stuff, but I think a lot of that pointing should be right back at the individual person.
yeah, I mean, I asked Fede during the interview about that. Basically, yeah, where does the responsibility lie at this point? Now that the DAO is launched, is it 100% on Decentraland's team to deliver now, or is it up to the community to do their part? Kind of like we're doing our part
Yeah.
for MetaZone, but there's so much more missing. Like, is there more opportunities out there for people to?
Well, I think a lot of people don't even know what we're doing. I think for the most part, I think we need to do a better job of marketing or something that lets people know exactly what we're doing, because there's still too many people who don't know what we're doing. And even then, I'm having to explain exactly what we're doing, in the DMs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's something that we need to change, alter, modify, upgrade, whatever it is. That at least that's one activity we can at least ponder as to how we can do this better.
Yeah.
And maybe we go into like development chat groups who are just devs in games and we just talk about Decentraland.
Mm.
Maybe expanding that, because people, I don't think a lot of people know that Decentraland exists either.
Yeah, definitely not like regular. Dude, there's so much shit to do. Like, there's so many options for a dev, right? That's the thing. You have to educate them on, why they should give a fuck about blockchain, first of all.
Yeah.
How that enhances their dev experience, what opportunities are at stake.
Shit, and then once you get that, then you have to, explain why, give a damn about Decentraland.
Yeah. Because there's multiple platforms out
now. Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of like we're doing their job for them in a way. But is that our responsibility? That's the thing.
I don't know. I don't know if they need to go as far as understanding what MetaZone is. It's just a marketplace for them to sell their creations. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it other than that. It's like you build something, you can sell it on MetaZone, and MetaZone's responsibility is to make it easy for the landlord to deploy it. Right, in a few clicks, they got their creation.
Yeah. Right.
It's different than sending somebody your source code for your creation and having them deploy it when they don't even know how to do that stuff. So I don't know. That's where we're trying to figure out, like, how can we do this better?
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, why was there such a developer craze for ICOs when Ethereum was launched? And it's solely because of the capability of like minting tokens, essentially.
Well, yeah, I would think there's a layer below that I think was the incentive mechanism of being able to make money by minting tokens.
That's basically what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's pretty much missing from this platform.
Exactly.
The Decentraland platform.
Yes.
There's no obvious money making incentive layer.
Dude, that's all we talk about. And the reason is not because we're money hungry.
Yeah, we got some of that too. We heard some of that.
Yeah, it's not because of that. It's more because of the incentive structure.
Yeah.
Right? There's no devs that are going to just build things for fun and waste their time.
I mean, there's going to be some of that, which is awesome, great. If you're willing to dedicate your time.
If you got the resources to build something without any payoff,
and you're totally happy with that,
that's totally great. You can do that.
Yeah.
But the majority of the devs will not do that.
It's true.
It's just they won't happen.
Yeah, but like I said, there was a boom in developer activity on Ethereum because they recognized like, holy shit, we can mint these tokens, and we create a utility for them, or we propose a utility for them. They really a lot of it didn't create shit.
That's right.
But they came up with an idea for utility tokens, and the profit came from the selling of these.
Yeah.
So that's where we saw a boom. So like maybe there's something we can create, like some kind of developer incentive where developers all of a sudden are like, fuck, we got to build something on Decentraland.
Yeah, I know where you're leading to, and I totally agree. Right, a way to create that farming mechanism.
That what?
Farming mechanism.
Well, that's more for players. That's the incentive for players.
Yeah, but if you bring the players, the devs come because.
Well, that's what I postulate. Like, if we're gonna try and grow this thing organically, then you want to attract like a population of what do you want to call them? Like
returning players. So,
think of it as like during the gold rush in California.
Yeah,
California was like a barren nothing land. And once word got out that there was gold out there, the greatest migration in American history, all of a sudden having like, fuck, dude, we all got to go out there for the sole purpose of being able to mine gold. They were willing to. A lot of them died just on the way over there, but the draw was so powerful that they were willing to do that.
Yeah. So the opportunities weren't there anywhere else. So
yeah, exactly. You could starve in the Midwest, or you could risk your neck and go to the far West Coast and
get some gold.
Get rich as fuck. Yeah. And then that's what sparked like a whole economy. It starts from that layer, from our historical perspective. Do we need to do something like this similar for a metaverse? Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe maybe so.
Because we're still, at the end of the day, we're still humans, right?
But here's the thing. Let's say we do that. Right, and we put that gold in the ground.
Yeah.
We still need to provide some indicator that gold is valuable.
I agree.
Right, just creating an NFT, just like Decentraland has been doing, pumping out.
But it could literally be
mythics. It's not sustainable either, right?
Yeah.
So there's got to be some sort of value inherent into the gold that we're putting into the ground, so to speak.
The formula is well aware, dude. Like it's out there. Bitcoin used it. It's all about scarcity, difficulty to obtain, and
Well, yeah, that's
that's
true.
about it. As long as it's a scarce thing. and
But
it's
if you're
not
talking
easy to
about
get.
gold, there is some utility to gold.
Yeah, but the people who first uncovered it, they didn't realize that.
Well, think
gold
about it.
was literally only used for like jewelry and like status at the beginning.
So then, why have gold be valuable at that time? Like, what was the value?
Because
in
it
gold?
was difficult to get.
So just
and it was
because it's
scarce, dude.
difficult?
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
it.
And it looked fucking hot as shit. That's as far as I know, dude. The only way you can find out is to go to a time machine and
I'm
go to
telling
like
you,
ancient
no.
Egypt.
There
What?
was a built-in incentive to get gold. Somebody was buying gold, and they're saying, "I will buy gold if you
Yeah.
bring me gold. I will buy it."
Yeah, it's like the jewelers, basically.
That's what. So
Yeah, there was a use case for it.
yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. There's got to be a use case for the thing that we put in the ground.
And that's the use case of gold was, you could create jewelry with it and it would never tarnish over time. There's not many metals on earth that could do that.
And jewelers were willing to pay,
yeah.
up the ass for it.
Because
basically.
it's not like, there was a huge demand for this jewelry, but there's probably like a low supply. So they had the value of this gold would just skyrocket over time, right?
Okay, so we need our jeweler, right? We need.
I agree 100%. But my thinking is you create this resource, this digital scarce resource and then you kind of let people discover it organically and then have them create a use case for it. Like we said, somebody who,
Okay, so taking the approach of Vitalik, it's like I'm going to build this blockchain and I'm going to make smart contracts as a foundational piece to this blockchain, and then we'll see what happens. Like he didn't have a use case for.
yeah.
Like, what was his use case for a smart contract?
Well, general purpose. Like he worked on like the Namecoin, or I think it was called Namecoin. I'm only gonna say Namecoin. Like he was working on that team. I think it was more specific. Like they had like 15 to 20 different like smart contract applications for certain things, like domain name registration, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
And then Vitalik, he was part of that team, and he proposed the idea of like let's create like a general purpose language or something like this. So basically,
so that anybody could create their own use case,
Exactly.
their own valid use case for the platform.
yeah. And I think like the team kind of like they weren't down with his idea, so he's like, fuck it, I'll just make Ethereum, and
Yeah.
that's how the whole thing was born.
Damn.
But yeah, pretty cool, right?
So I guess taking that strategy is if we make the Aura NFTs, and I guess somebody will take those
you
and
just throw them out, man. And the people who are willing to invest in the infrastructure, meaning like who are the land hosts for the extraction of these digital scarce resources, they're taking the speculative risks that like any early gold adopter did, I guess. But I think I know what you're saying. You need to like prove that these digital.
there's got to be somebody that says, I want those NFTs. I will pay you for those NFTs.
Well, like I said, dude,
I mean,
scarcity and
to at least a certain extent. I mean, it doesn't have to be that direct.
yeah. I don't know. Like that's what's always been puzzling my mind, dude. It's like it's a huge experimental thing, but
is this enough? Is this enough? That's the real question. Like,
Well-
is it enough to bring?
no, I don't think so. It's enough to. I mean, I think for sure it will bring user interest if they know they can come to Decentraland, log in, and
to earn those NFTs. Yeah.
will earn the money to farm those NFTs essentially.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they're just looking for ways to earn cryptocurrency. That's like a whole thing. How do you earn cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
You know?
See, but that's tough. To earn cryptocurrency, you have to be trading in your time for that crypto, and then somebody has to be paying you for that work to do something.
Yeah.
And then it's this whole like ladder, this whole like house of cards.
That's not a house of cards. What do you mean?
I mean, in the sense that if you don't have like everything kind of built up, like from the ground up, there's no incentive to pay for these or NFTs if there's no functionality to them. And if there's no functionality, you won't have people to like do work to get those NFTs.
yeah.
So it's like you have to build the whole thing out in order for it to work.
Yeah, you got to prove a use case for.
And the reason we're talking about this is because we're trying to figure this out without funding, right? Without like some infusion of capital, which seems to be difficult to obtain these days for obviously pandemic and apocalypse.
Yeah, this shit couldn't have come at a worse time. This coronavirus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the market, the crypto market, the confidence in cryptocurrencies overall
Yeah, it's done.
is like at all-time
done.
lows for me personally. Even
It's done for now.
yeah, well, because I guess let's jump into that discussion. like a few days ago, the whole cryptocurrency market, tumbled more than like about 60% in one day.
Yeah.
The biggest drop off since Mt. Gox, essentially.
Yeah.
And
That was the day that we had the interview with.
Yeah,
Federico.
literally during that interview, dude, my mind was so like it was in a swirl during that interview. Like all I was thinking about, like I was trying to, pay attention to this man, but like, dude, all I was thinking about was like red sirens.
Yeah.
Doom. Like
Yeah.
I was a little kind of panicking,
Yeah.
because not only was crypto crashing, but the equities market was crashing just as hard,
Yeah.
which again hasn't happened this hard since 2008. But now, today
Now
we're approaching 1929.
1987.
No, we're past that. We're approaching 1929 levels now. Like a 40% correction in a week, or like a week and a half or
Yeah.
so. Like, good God, dude, this is insane.
So you came in here a few hours ago, and you came in with like all this doom and gloom stuff. So let's rehash that one more time.
Doom and gloom, eh?
So you came in and you were saying that we have a 1929 depression. We're facing a depression now at this point.
Well, okay. Yeah, because this morning I had like a bad dream about all of this. Like I'm very emotionally tied to like markets for some reason. I don't know.
Oracle.
Huh?
The Oracle.
Sure, you call me whatever I want, whatever you want. But I definitely predicted that Bitcoin top. This to me feels very eerily similar to a market top with like our economy. Pull up that chart. Pull up an S&P 500 chart.
Okay.
I'll show you what I saw or what I looked at. That kind of like spooked me, and it just kind of like shifted my whole perspective of like what the future could look like. Whenever events like that happen, you kind of like start to reanalyze like what's important and like what to focus on, right?
Right.
Because things can get really sour.
Yeah.
So just go to the monthly chart of this.
Turned off.
So what is this? This is log?
Yeah, this is not log. This is like straight
Yeah, like straight data.
data.
This is what you want to see. Okay. Dude, look how fucking crazy that looks.
Okay.
But make it go even further back, like to the 1800s, the very beginning. Yeah, so it looks real bubbly.
Dude, what is up with all these pop-ups, dude? Look at this shit. It's
So they want your
unbelievable.
shekels, bro. What do you mean? They want your loot. Okay,
God.
this is it. This is the chart that we're looking at right now. And if you want, okay, we're back.
Yes.
We found the fucking chart finally. So if you have any experience with,
Oh, look at that.
What's
So
up?
S&P 500 index, SPCFD.
this is it. This is what
Okay.
I was looking for. So I mean, you could literally pull up the Bitcoin chart and put it side by side to this if you want, just for like
So let me
visual comparisons, I guess.
close all these useless ones.
But I mean, you really don't need that if you have any kind of like market instincts. If you're looking at a chart that looks like that, I think your instincts would tell you to sell. But if we can go back, go to the weekly on the Bitcoin chart, and then just go to 2017, the top of the last bubble cycle, pretty much. Okay.
Like that?
Well, smaller, so it kind of like matches the other chart.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But like, fuck all this current shit.
So this is still log. Here we go.
There we go. That's the bubble I was looking for. Right there. Stop it right. No, you're going too far. Fuck all. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So this morning, okay, now if you could somehow put those two charts side by side. Damn, we need a Jamie. This is a lot of work for you. Okay.
Dude, these pop-ups, man,
Pretty
they're a lot of
AIDS, huh?
fun. They're a lot of fun, I'll tell you what.
Hell yeah, dude. They should have a captcha for each
Look-
one, dude.
look
Like
at that.
fucking solve a captcha to like get rid of them.
Get some money, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so I mean,
Jesus.
we get the picture, right?
Do you? Okay, you tell me, man. What do you think when you see this?
I see doom, right?
Why do you see doom?
Yeah, because look,
What does this make you think of?
because this looks exactly like Bitcoin's run up to 20,000, right? But this
Yeah.
took over,
This is literally like a chart of our entire modern economy since
looks-
like the inception of it, since
Yeah.
the 1800s.
Since the 1800s, but we're looking at from the 80s, right around where we were born,
Yeah.
roughly, give or
Yeah.
take a decade.
So that's pretty much what I came in and I was like telling you guys, like,
Yeah.
you know, our whole life, since we were born, our entire existence has literally been a bubble.
Yeah,
Like, we were born at the beginning of an economic boom
right.
that the world has never seen. They probably never will see again.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. I don't know. So that's where, like, I mean, I'm not just saying that, dude. Just looking at the chart, it's pretty obvious.
So Bitcoin just jumped $100 right now.
Dude, fuck.
What?
Who gives a fuck? No, I'm just kidding, Bitcoin. I still love you. But I have way bigger concerns these days. So that's what I'm talking about. I have like
Yeah.
a paradigm shift in my thinking now because this is way scarier than like a crypto crash.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people lost money in that, but dude, this is like our entire this left chart represents our
the run up of the 20K Bitcoin, but the 30 years of the market increase, the
you
run
can-
up.
Yeah, you can call it like since like you said, the mid 1980s. I would say the market was growing at like an organic rate. I'm not exactly sure what happened in the 1980s. I'm guessing it has but I can tell you what happened in 2008. You know,
Yeah,
why this market popped off, and it's so overextended to where I think we should have let into the 2008 era. We should have let the market correct naturally. You know, instead of creating these new incentive models for people to start investing into markets with lower rates and quantitative easing, stuff like this.
yeah,
I mean, it's obvious, dude. Like, we've never had a run up for an 11-year time period so drastic as we have now. So, yeah, why I'm worried about this is because if you can literally trace out a correction pattern, if this thing corrects, if this economy corrects anywhere near to how Bitcoin did in 2017
Yeah.
and 2018, dude, like, we got 20 to 30 years of correction ahead of us, you know?
Yeah.
And
yeah. Because you're saying if it took 30 years for this to pop off like this,
Mhm.
you know, we could see another 20 to 30 years of it correcting.
Exactly. It's finding its actual true value. I mean, I'm not an economist. Obviously, I'm just literally an armchair speculating here.
Yeah.
But all I could do is look at these two charts and like draw comparisons and like. Yeah,
Well,
I'm
I would
just-
ask you this. It's like, okay, we have this terrible downturn right now, right? We lost, 30% of the market right here,
a little more, but yeah,
like 40%.
yeah. Let's call it 35.
So this, obviously, this spike, this red candle, these 2-3 red candles the last 2 or 3 weeks, it doesn't match any of the last downturns of the economy, right in 2008 and in 2000, right? So I would ask you, what is the difference? Why wouldn't it go down and then go right back up?
Like right now?
Yeah.
Like,
why wouldn't it continue? Why wouldn't it go down and then start its way back up?
Well, I think the Fed was hoping to do that. They just announced they cut their interest
Exactly.
rates to 0%, near 0%, and then they're dude. There's been so much ridiculous talk coming from the Treasury Secretary and the Fed, and like they're saying things like unlimited liquidity, which I've never heard of in my life.
Yeah.
Which basically means like endless supplies of helicopter cash to like
Yeah,
any
yeah.
kind of business that needs it, right?
Yeah.
Because of this coronavirus is going to put such a damper on our economy that there's going to be a lot of companies that go belly up. This isn't just like in 2008 where we had to bail out the banks.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, this is like every major corporation is taking like a huge ramming right now.
Right. Right.
You know, so there's not enough money to go around, unfortunately.
Yeah,
we're-
so the quantitative easing worked in 2008 because they only had to bail out one sector of the economy,
yeah, and
one or two sectors, right? The banks. Well, I guess it's the same. The banks and the housing.
yeah,
right, it's the same
basically
thing.
the banks. Yeah, to bail out
Yeah.
the banks, and you reinstill some confidence in the market with this
Yeah.
whole quantitative easing thing, and it obviously worked for like the last 11 years. They just kept this going.
Yeah,
You know, you like to say kicking the can down the road, which is literally what they did.
yeah,
I think the Fed knew, like, at some point this is all going to come to an end. But that's what I was saying. The reason why they did this is because they needed to inverse the market, the sell-off pressure, in order to avoid a full-on depression. But now, in hindsight, it looks like it would have been better if we would have just like bit the bullet and like taken the pain, because it would have been a lot easier to recover from.
yeah. There would have been a steady growth instead of this like hyperbolic, change.
And now we have this monster facing us. That's the pain we're gonna feel from a correction now that the market is so overextended artificially. By the way,
Right.
this isn't organic growth in any way. Just like how the the price of Bitcoin in November, December was not organic. This was all artificial. It was all hype.
Yeah.
And there's probably like exchange manipulation to go do with. It was not artificial, not organic growth.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, the people who invested in Bitcoin, they felt every bit of that pain. But now we're talking about our economy here, so this
is worldwide.
Yes, this is a lot more scary. So, I mean, looking at these two charts, I don't see any way the Fed can create some kind of new scheme to reinstill confidence in the market to where we could just, fight back against this downward pressure and just keep churning up to the moon. I don't think that's going to happen, dude.
No, definitely not.
I think we broke that point. I've been looking for that. If it was going to break below like 2,800 or 2,600, that's pretty much my confirmation to me. Like, the bubble's popped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah, it's only going to go down.
Yeah, this is it. This is literally, I call it the end of capitalism.
We laugh. But it's not funny. But we laugh because this is completely predictable.
Yeah, and it seems obvious to us. I mean, we could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I
wouldn't bet against you, dude.
Yeah, I'm not buying calls.
Yeah, no.
There's nobody's buying calls in this market, dude. You can make a fortune just buying puts for the next 10 years.
Yeah,
just bet against the market because this shit is going. In my mind, is going down. I'm not trying to freak anybody out, but dude, this is things people need to know. They need to know and pay attention to.
Yeah, if you're not in the stock market or you're not in crypto, this is not going to affect you. So,
what do you mean it's not going to affect you?
Well, I guess from a direct standpoint of the market, it's not going to affect you. But
like if you don't have any money tied up in equities or crypto, whatever,
when companies start closing,
exactly,
people start losing their jobs.
Yeah,
there's no way to earn income, no way to buy food. Then everybody's affected.
Yeah, this is gonna.
It doesn't matter if you have a job or you're making money. Like if people can't feed themselves, like you got a problem.
And that's what worries me most because we live in a time where nobody on Earth, very few people on Earth, lived through the last Great Depression. So there's nobody who can like tell us like what's coming ahead.
Can we look at 1920s here?
Oh yeah, you can go all the way back, dude. It's some really shitty data points, but. You could still see
So I see a dot up here. Is this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this dot right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in. Actually, see, we're looking at this dot right here. So it went from $30 or 30 points to 4, roughly. Five points.
Yeah. In the span of what, like?
In the span of a couple of years.
Few years. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 5 years.
Well, the sell-off began in 1929. The Great Depression didn't end really until World War II. That's pretty much what brought us out of it. So
yeah.
So we could.
Yeah, which is about right here.
Mm-hmm. So we'll call it like a 10-year depression. So yeah, I mean, like I said, if you do this at home, this is a little exercise, a little homework I'm giving to you viewers.
Yeah.
Pull up the same chart.
Yeah, if you're listening, definitely watch this YouTube video, and take a look at what we're talking about here, because, I mean, if you look at the two charts, they look pretty much the same as in terms of a bubble.
Yeah, exactly. And when I saw this in Bitcoin, like the first sell-off in December 2017, I literally pulled up this exact chart, and I saw that needle drop off, and then I posted all my friends like a Google image of a bubble chart.
Yeah,
I was like, what does this look like to you guys, man? The bubbles popped, and everyone was like, "No, man, it's just temporary. It's a correction." So there's going to be a denial phase after this. It's not going to just go all the way down to zero from here. It's going to go back up.
Yeah,
It's probably go up for like a year, maybe, I don't know. But this is normal in a bubble correction phase. It's called the return to normal.
Right.
People they're gonna be in denial, be like, "No, everything's fine."
Yeah.
The markets are good, but in reality, like, this is just a bubble. It has like different phases to it, popping.
Yeah. I mean, I'm seeing what you're seeing. Maybe some people won't agree, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah. So what's the So yeah, go home and then, like I said, look at this Bitcoin correction. Literally trace it with like a see-through. What do they call it, like carbon paper or something?
Yeah.
Slap it on
transparent paper.
Yeah. Slap it on this S&P chart, and then you'll have your projected bottom.
Yeah,
and I pretty much did that this morning, and it was like somewhere within the 20 to 30 year range. Just like we'll hit this bottom.
So basically, what we're looking at here, the
like
bottom was
point.
at 3,000. This took 30 years, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. If you draw it out on the S&P chart, dude. Okay, so then I saw that, and I started envisioning what a 30-year Great Depression would do to our lives.
Yeah. So
You know?
so what did that look like?
Fucking hell on earth, dude. What do you mean?
I mean, what does that look like from a practical standpoint? When you go outside, what does that mean?
Dude, I mean,
Like less stores,
no, I
less
mean,
cars.
like Andrea said on our podcast, dude. If the economy gets into that kind of state, that's what fuels depression. I mean, world wars. Those
Oh, I
types of
see. Yeah,
events.
yeah. Okay.
It's almost like you can't foresee what that world is going to be like. It's going to
Yeah.
be, it's going to be so bad, dude. It's
So
gonna-
world wars on what?
I mean, whenever there's countries with economy, so like their population is starving, what are people likely to do? They're likely to
Right.
put pressure on their governments to do something about this, right?
Yeah.
And then what do governments do? They start battling amongst each other, controlling of resources or whatever to keep their populations happy. And then conflicts arise over scarce resources like oil, water, you know, any kind of commodities out there. It's just, this is the perfect playground for, right now it's been peaceful because our economy is doing great. But, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm speculating, man.
It seems odd. I mean, because the difference between 1929 and 2020, which is roughly 90 years, we have this new element into the mix called technology.
Mm.
And I would think technology would help kind of reduce the scarcity in the products that we need. Right? So I think it won't be the same, but I think we have an added bullet in the chamber, if you will, with technology. So I think the sentiment will change, like the outlook will change because say, hey, we can actually pump out cars because we have the resources to pump out. Now, we don't have the money to do it, but we can actually pump them out anyway because we have the actual material resources to do it. So I think there's going to be a little shift in like mentality, not to avoid like monetary pandemic, if you will.
But on the end, what do you mean? By
Well,
like,
what I mean is essentially like in 1929, like the world was what the world was, right? There wasn't technology, there wasn't anything like that. But now we have technology that can solve a lot of the scarcity problems. If you're saying scarcity is going to cause world wars, well, we don't really have a scarcity problem, right? Unless you're talking about water or oil.
We don't have a scarcity problem right now because of our, you know, economic throughput is at all-time highs.
Well, but our mechanic throughput as well.
Like, automation or what?
Automation. Yeah, I mean that's supposed to solve all the problems of scarcity.
Yeah, you would think, but
I mean,
if
you're adding the element of money to automation, then yeah, it's a real problem because you have to use money to make the engine go. But if we change our mentality, you don't really need money to make the engine go, right? You just need.
You're not talking about changing mentality. You're talking about changing our entire economy.
Yeah,
our whole structure of our economy.
Well, that's what we're looking at here. How are we going to have 30 years of like downturn without changing the mentality?
You're 100% right. Didn't I ask this question to Andreas and he kind of like blew us off a little bit?
Yeah,
because he didn't want to scare the people. But this is exactly what I was talking about.
Right.
This 30-year depression that we're about to go through is so cataclysmic enough to create some serious paradigm shifts in the way
I totally agree.
We do things as society.
We've been talking about this for months. We knew that this potentially had to happen for people to change.
That was my big question. Yeah, are cryptocurrencies going to be like naturally, organically adopted, kind of like how the internet was? Just the technology itself is going to sell itself?
No.
Or does shit have to hit the fan like this in order for people to realize, like, you know what, maybe there is a better monetary system.
Yeah.
The digital realm is more provably secure, more fair, or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Like, and it's going to take being in a depressed economic state so where people are going to be willing to adopt this new technology.
Yeah.
Like
all of
a sudden everyone's in the same boat. It's not just third world Venezuela.
Yeah.
The whole world is Venezuela.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally get it. Now, I would have preferred a path where we didn't have like a systemic pandemic, explode.
Of course, man. Everybody wants that, but this is not the reality.
Yeah,
dude.
This is not reality.
This is just this was set up. We had no control over this. This is like the game just got out of hand.
Yeah.
The market makers, they just, I think they were well aware of what they were doing the whole time they were doing it. They were just, like you said, pushing the can down the road as long as they could. And they'll probably get out the way like they always do, dude.
Yeah.
They're gonna print out as much money as they can. They're gonna pass it around to all these big corporations, and then they're just gonna step aside and let the people take the pain. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
don't know.
I wonder what's the point where what we're talking about is actually true. Like, how do you know that this has actually come to fruition?
Well, we know what recessions look like. It was pretty much as soon as companies start going bankrupt and then people start getting laid off. That's just like the beginning stages of this whole thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, the 2008, that's what was happening. So that was the beginning stages of what could have catapulted into like a second depression. But the Fed acted on that, and then they like I said, they lowered the rates to pretty much identical grounds of where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And they launched this whole, stimulus package to get people to reinvest again. And literally the market just inversed, because of that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they just announced, the exact same measures they took in 2008, like today, and the market responded negatively to that.
Yeah.
They're down, like the market's closed 13% today.
Yeah, it tripped a circuit breaker twice.
Yeah. Oh, it almost tripped the second one.
Oh, yeah, almost, yeah.
But
almost
we've
the
already
second one.
we've tripped 3 circuit breakers in like less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If you know what a circuit break, it just means like there's 3 levels. There's 7%, 13%, and 20% breakers within the stock markets. Where like if the sell off pressure is that high, it hits those thresholds, the trading is halted for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But if you hit 20%, like they just shut down the whole market. And this is to combat like trading bots, I guess, from like triggering like flash crashes and stuff like that. It's something that happened in 1987.
Yeah.
Like there's a huge flash crash.
Which happens all the time in crypto.
Exactly.
Because there's no breakers.
No breakers. So, no, but yeah, so this is a historic sell-off for sure. I've never seen this in my life. I don't think anybody's seen this in their life.
Nobody's seen this.
Yeah.
Nobody alive has seen this.
No. So, but yeah, like I said, the Fed is trying to repeat 2008 again. They're hoping to reinstill confidence into the market, but I don't think it's going to work this time. And now they have no more bullets left.
Yeah.
The only thing they can do now is go in the negative interest territory, which, I mean, from what I've heard, is like that's like our financial Armageddon. That's what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, essentially, they're paying you to take loans.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Like
sound-
treasuries become literally useless,
Yeah, if they're paying you to take loans, that means money is like not as valuable as, like it just doesn't hold that value anymore. And so, like, at that point, why would you take that loan if it's not that valuable? So
I don't know. I don't want to go too deep into like actual
yeah, it's
the fiscal side of things because we're not experts in that either. But like I said, all I could do is this is what I do, man. I just like look at things and I just make my own assessment, and whether or not I'm right, whatever.
right.
Doesn't really matter. But I've already started making necessary adjustments in my thinking. Like I said, I'm building a chicken coop.
Literally.
Literally building a chicken coop. Like I used to laugh at people who had chickens in their backyards. They're like, dude, what the hell? You can just go to the market and get a dozen eggs for $1 or something.
Yeah.
But, now I foresee a time where that's not potentially could not be an option. So I want to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like this is gonna happen overnight, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's just something everyone needs to be aware of, and I don't want to scare anybody.
No, they're effectively scared.
You think?
I think they're scared.
Yeah, and then on top of this, we got coronavirus floating around and shit.
Well, this is the trigger, right? I mean,
Well, that was
coronavirus started it.
No, the coronavirus didn't start it. The Fed started this.
Well, okay, yeah, the Fed started the prop up.
They're the ones who created this monster, this overextension.
But because coronavirus has effectively stopped all markets,
Yeah.
like from operating.
Yeah, like this is the needle, basically.
Yeah.
This is what the needle that we needed to pop this bubble. Like it's official. And like now, I think like the Fed has like a nice scapegoat. They're gonna convince the general public that they did nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. The only
It's
reason
true,
the market
man.
is crashing is because of this big bad coronavirus. Nature fucked us.
Yeah.
But in reality, is we could have been fine. We could have handled this if the Fed wasn't, over abusing their power, to artificially pump these prices,
Yeah.
along the way. But now that like some real threat is here, some real economic threat is here, we have no tools to combat it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're already at bottom. So
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, now that we know this information, what can we do? It's like make smarter decisions.
Yeah, just
Like
don't think like this. Your life is going to just continue to be this.
If you're thinking
Awesome.
about buying that $500,000 house,
Yeah.
like you're probably better off going with a $200,000.
Yeah,
house.
just think about like practical things. Like take a practical approach to living from now on.
Yeah,
Be a little bit more frugal. Just imagine what life will be like when that loaf of bread that's normally $1 is going to be $5 or $6.
yeah,
Like, what's that going to do to your finances, right? Like, and then to think, during the Great Depression, 20 to 30% of the population was unemployed. Like, what would you do if you didn't have a job?
yeah,
I like to tell people, focus on either learning a secondary trade skill
yeah,
that you could barter your skills with to earn money or food in the future, or start preparing now to become like self-sustainable. Which
true.
Things like,
man, we've been
chickens.
talking about that for decades now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Things like, have your own chicken coop, things like growing your own crops, maybe.
Hydroponic facility.
Whatever it takes. Like, it's not crazy anymore to, you call, throughout time, we call these people preppers, and we laugh at them, we mock them.
Yeah.
I was mocked myself for preparing for this coronavirus. Like, we watched this on the podcast, dude, like
That's
a
true.
month ago. Like, when it was just in Wuhan,
Yeah.
we were just watching it unfold, and yeah, man, like we got properly scared. But the problem is nobody knew
Yeah.
like that shit was going down.
Yeah. That's for sure.
But now it's everywhere. There's no avoiding it. So yeah, you're not crazy if you prepare for that. Now you got a leg up because everyone's battling for toilet paper and shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm always thinking practically. I'm not one to like.
Well, you're
flex.
the optimist.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
That too.
I'm optimist, but that's because I'm not flexing on everybody with like assets and shit. So, I mean, it's a different mentality change ultimately.
What?
Just like trying to prepare for something like this, and making sure you have like emergency funds to like cover things for the future.
Yeah.
I mean, that's important. You can't really depend on like the last 30 years of everything being euphoric. Like that's been our lives, man. The last 30 years has been the point of this spike where it's euphoria.
But that's what's so crazy. Like you said something like he's like it didn't feel like that euphoric to us.
Yeah, it didn't.
Because we're like middle class folk, dude.
Well, it's no, what I'm saying is our existence, our environment was in euphoria.
Yeah, well,
right? We didn't we thought that was the norm. But
yeah.
But if we were alive in the 1920s, we'd
yeah.
know what real depression would feel like.
True.
And we would have recognized that we're in this euphoric phase and taken advantage of it.
Yeah.
But we were born in this euphoria.
It's true.
Like we don't know
what
an environment outside of euphoria looks
it's
like.
true. We don't know the other side to this coin, basically.
Yeah.
This dark side of the moon, what it's going to look like and feel like. But like you said, it doesn't feel like the people who really felt the last 30 years of this euphoria were the institutional investors and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'd say like 98% of the people who own these equities are institutional investors. Very small portion is actually like retail people. If anything, all they have is like their 401ks invested into the market. And those are about to go down the tubes.
Right.
So those people, that's why there's such a huge wealth disparity gap in this country and, most countries is because like the reason why the rich get richer is because they have their wealth, in these markets.
Right.
So over the last 30 years, they've just been riding this fucking mad train to the moon.
Right.
While the rest of us are just trying to earn a living,
Right.
So of course the wealth gap's going to just keep growing and growing and growing, because the rest of us, we're not into this market. We're not tied in this market.
And after this, like this bubble has popped. Once it continues like deflating, I think that wealth gap is going to exceed, like it's going to accelerate. Just because those people at the top, they knew this was going to happen, man.
Yeah, they probably have like the necessary safeguards already. Like they know what to do.
Yeah, they know what to do. They knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, they're the ones.
They knew a global pandemic was probably on its way. I mean, like relatively since. Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't take long to like prepare. I mean, we had a month, right? We looked at that video a month ago.
Yeah.
And so if you speculated that virus could go from China to like Japan and then Australia and then eventually the United States, like it wouldn't take much to like prepare for a pandemic.
Yeah.
From a financial sense.
True.
So, I mean,
just liquidate your assets, which is what they're doing. That's why there's such a huge sell-off.
Yeah, that's
right
right.
now cash is king.
That's exactly
'Cause cash-
exactly, dude.
Yeah, cash presents you options. Now, like when you hold cash, now you have multiple.
But we were talking about this earlier. Even if you had cash with the quantitative easing, like don't you? That's essentially pumping money into the global like financial circulation, and so that money that you're holding in your bank account, like it starts devaluing at a faster rate just because there's more money in existence.
I think it's more like it's like the Fed investing in like treasuries and bonds and stuff like that. So, but eventually it gets paid back and like
they're buying dead assets. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And so it's even if it gets paid back, like the government's holding like these dead assets, and so like it doesn't make any sense like to do that essentially, especially when basically the point of quantitative easing is to buy these dead assets, and if you're buying these dead assets, you're buying with brand new money that never existed before. That's why that's the point of quantitative easing. And so if you're using brand new money, you're effectively diluting the value of the dollar itself. And so at that point, like exiting to fiat currency is actually a bad idea.
It's not bad because not like I said, you have options to.
You
can
actually
respond
convert
quickly.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah, cash is much more versatile than any other asset on this planet. You know? It's liquid.
Yeah.
Now you got cash on hand. Now you can respond to these swings. You can
go into other assets like Bitcoin and
gold. Like right now, there's a huge sell off of precious metals, but that's not gonna last, dude. Like. There's a sell off because people are rushing to cash right now. But again, there's going to be a phase where people are they're going to start thinking about the future. Like now, what do I store my wealth into? Yeah, but now Bitcoin becomes that's what we need to talk about. Does Bitcoin become a viable option or not?
Well, it has been for the last 100 years, right?
Bitcoin?
Oh no, sorry.
You're talking about gold.
Gold, yeah.
Gold. Well,
so gold is
thousands
obvious.
Of years. Yeah, gold is the obvious one.
So, but Bitcoin, that's going to be the true test.
Yeah, a lot of people like right now I think there might be a misunderstanding of how like Bitcoin was supposed to perform like in an actual safe haven trial.
Right.
Because we see this even with precious metals, they're selling off too. You know, not as hard, but that's because their market's a lot more stable than cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
And they're a much more mature state, you know. Thousands of years of
like history.
Exactly. Yeah. Bitcoin's brand new. But regardless, the same sell-off pressure exists for both markets.
Yeah, and we've talked about, we've compared Bitcoin and gold like pretty much nonstop in this podcast.
Yeah.
And we know, like, we pretty much know that Bitcoin has a digital version of gold, and it could be the thing that a lot of people shovel their cash into. And maybe this is what's needed in order to make Bitcoin, worth $100,000.
Yeah.
Maybe something like this, like all cash in hand, all of a sudden goes into Bitcoin because it's equivalent to gold, but it's actually more scarce than gold because it's quantifiable. And we see Bitcoin maybe go past $100,000 at this round.
Well, yeah.
And plus, with quantitative easing, the value of dollar goes down, therefore Bitcoin goes up.
But that's the problem. People were expecting like literally like part of the pitch of Bitcoin was how it's non-correlated to.
Well, that's true, but
traditional.
But again, I mean, we're looking at a $5,000 Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
Just a few years ago, the peak was at $1,000.
I agree.
And so, I mean, it's sort of doing its job now. If it's at $100 or $300, then it's not doing its job. So I don't know.
So I guess the true test is if we're right and like this market. The traditional market, the equities, is on like a multiple year correction path, then Bitcoin, if it follows suit and just keeps going down with it, then this is 100% a failed experiment.
For sure. For sure.
I mean, we already knew this. Like, we knew this was going to be pivotal times, especially this next up and coming halving. Dude, when's that, like a month away or something? 2 months?
Yeah, in May.
Jesus. Yeah, this is
huge.
Dude,
nothing's going to happen. It's going to have, and the price is not going to do anything. Right?
Yeah, well, the sell-off pressure is already like way beyond what we were expecting.
Yeah, for sure.
Due to external circumstances. But regardless, like throughout all of history, post halving is always this time where like the price starts picking up.
Yeah, it will pick up, but it
Yeah.
just won't happen like within the.
Yeah, it's not gonna like moon overnight.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's just totally fine. And we're watching it right now. It's going. It's got like nice little movement right now. What do you think's gonna happen to it?
Well,
in the short term.
I think once the halving happens, it would be like nothing ever happened. Like
No, like what do you think's gonna happen like in the next couple weeks
It-
for Bitcoin?
no, it's gonna go down.
It's gonna keep going down.
It's gonna keep going down. Yeah,
You think so?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, because right now the support is at near roughly $4,000.
Can you move the chart over a little bit? I want to see what it looks like today.
Which one?
The Bitcoin chart. Like
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude. That is so ugly.
So this is where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And so right here, we're hovering the support level at 5,000 roughly. And I'm thinking it's going to settle back down to in the 4,000 range.
Just like retest that bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're looking at, I never thought we'd see a $4,000 Bitcoin again, but we saw it once a few days ago.
Yeah. Pretty fucking.
I mean, we saw it just a few minutes ago. Actually, it was at 4,900, something like that.
Well, yeah. Whenever the flash cash was going down, though, it got as low as like 3,800, right?
That's right.
Couldn't fucking believe it, dude.
Yeah,
like
I couldn't believe it either.
I woke up that morning.
I thought there was a glitch on my phone.
Yeah, I looked.
I mean, I was
the-
like, no way.
dude, it was insane. It was like everything was down like 35 or 40% when I woke up.
Yeah.
I was like, this can't be right. I've never seen this in my life.
Yeah.
You know? And then we did the interview, and then it just kept on going. Like, it just kept on selling.
Yeah.
It's unreal. So, yeah, that's what got me thinking. Like, is this Mount Gox 2 in the sense that there's never been such a loss in confidence in Bitcoin since Mount Gox.
Right.
Back then, due to the exchange collapse, I guess, right?
Right.
And then today, due to the collapse in equities, I guess. I don't know. What are you doing? Drawing some meme lines?
Yep.
All right. What do you think's gonna happen?
Oh,
now?
I want to show you this. So let me turn on the log. And let me turn all this off here. Turn this back on.
Ew. This is that moon math chart, right?
Yep.
Nobody said it had to stick 100% within these bands, right?
No,
That's not
no, they
necessarily
didn't.
a rule. I mean, this
No,
is,
but this is a global pandemic here, so I mean, you
Exactly.
kind of understand.
yeah, but that doesn't matter to TA, right? Like
No,
that's.
it doesn't.
But look,
You
look,
couldn't have predicted that with TA for sure.
But look, there's some stuff underneath the band
It's true.
previously.
That's a good point.
Yeah, nah, we're
Yeah, so,
fine.
Yeah,
We're chilling.
everything's good.
Hopefully,
folks.
we'll see. I just don't. I don't see like we're. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know, this is just our chance to talk about all this stuff because, like I said, we're normally focused on Decentraland and whatnot. But yeah, no more doom and gloom, dude. Let's talk about something happy.
So, okay. So we've talked about the markets. We talked about coronavirus. We haven't talked about Corona zombies.
Damn, what a time to plug that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we have it, man. But if you're aware and you're on our Discord, like it's out there. The information's out there.
Yeah.
You know.
So we thought it would be prudent to unleash an outbreak on Decentraland, and that's why we came up with the idea of
Yeah.
Corona zombies.
Yeah, we've been spitballing hella ideas, but ultimately it's up to Oscar Corv, the developer,
Yeah.
like how he wants to make this game.
Yeah, we got plenty of ideas of how to do this. Like in terms of, we have phase one pretty much, like the gameplay for phase one done.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a zombie shooter
Mm-hmm.
and survival, and that's it. It's a very basic, straightforward game.
See, initially I thought we were gonna do like some type of tower defense type game style, where like you're in the middle and you're literally like a turret gunner, and then zombies are coming at you. You just gotta,
That would
bow.
I don't know if that would be easier. Probably it wouldn't be easier. What would be easier is if you were holding a gun and you're mobile within that.
No, I
one
mean
parcel.
I like that way better.
Yeah. So
if we could pull that off,
it's an
that's-
action shooter.
dude. Yeah, it'll be come on, man.
Yeah.
You can't get any better than that. I think.
Yeah. So
But
that's
we'll see. But we also had another idea of incorporating, or Lastrom brought up this idea, kind of like a global element to it, where
that's what I was gonna head into next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So it was essentially, we have the phase 1 being an action shooter, right? And your objective is to essentially kill as many zombies as you can, get the most points, most kills.
Take out your Corona Angers.
Right. Exactly. And
Hell
then the same pot mechanics. So the highest points, leaders, all that stuff, all that would be incorporated in the game.
So it would be like if you get like hit multiple, like you probably have like 3 lives.
Oh yeah. So you can only get hit like 3 times.
So that's how you lose.
Yeah, that's how you lose.
So it's a game of like
survival,
and there's a lot of finesse.
Yes.
That's my kind of game, dude.
Yeah.
I love finesse.
A Twitch shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we have variations of this game, certain evolutions, if you will, where it's going to be sort of a global pandemic that gets out. There's an outbreak within Decentraland, and you have like some RPG elements associated to this. And so maybe like a boss zombie gets spawned at a random parcel, a participating parcel.
Yeah, exactly. A host has to host this zombie spawning ground.
Yeah.
Which most likely will literally we don't want it to take up too much space. It's literally probably be like a tombstone. Somewhere on your parcel. Maybe like a fourth of it or something. Maybe even less than that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And people walking by, they see these tombstones throughout Decentraland. They should know, like, this is where the zombie could potentially spawn.
That's right.
So we got to figure out a way where the hosts are properly compensated for, hosting this part of the game on their parcel, because it's not like it's a constant source of revenue. It's like a rare random spawn, right?
Yeah, we'll have to figure out the incentives too, but I think the gameplay will be there. I think the gameplay will be there.
Sounds great.
Yeah, and like we can randomize it to a point where the community has to figure out where the spawn is, and we just don't say anything.
Oh hell no! Yeah, it's exactly. And if you're like a hunter, a zombie hunter, you don't want to tell anybody, because we want these things to drop, potentially like NFTs.
Yeah,
that will benefit your
Dude,
gameplay.
We can actually go pretty crazy with this. Imagine that this boss zombie gets spawned at a random location within Decentraland, and somebody finds it, right? And then they go announce it at on their Discord, and we have several players spawn in the same location to shoot the zombie. Our server that's running this game can detect how many players are actually shooting at it, and the collective health of the zombie.
Yeah, it's just like an actual world boss, like an MMO.
So as a player, your incentive is to let as many people know that there's this boss
you can't kill it yourself.
Exactly,
it's
can't.
Too difficult to kill on your own.
And so that at that point, maybe with this collective group, we have some sort of rewards for that group.
Well, the way they did it in WoW is literally like there's it's a group of 10 or whatever it took to kill the boss, but there's only like 2 items that drop. You gotta just like we gotta roll for that shit.
So the game actually rolls it for you, right? So whatever drops for you, that's what you get. It's not like a free for all.
There's different like loot systems you can apply. If the group leader can either choose free for all, which is like you don't want to do that. Yeah. Because someone's always gonna ninja the loot and just peace out.
Yeah.
Or what you want to do is like group loot. So like whenever whoever loots the items or the drop, everyone gets displayed the same items, and then there's like a roll button.
Oh really?
Yeah. So then everybody rolls for it. And whoever gets the highest roll gets the item.
Huh.
Ultimately, that's probably going to be left up to like the group, people forming the group. They'll probably like have to discuss amongst themselves. Like, all right, we killed this thing. How are we going to divvy up the loot?
Yeah.
But see, that's a problem, man.
That is a problem.
But see, like if somebody is like a ninja,
so
blacklist that motherfucker, dude. Like shoot that all over Discord so everyone knows he's a thief.
Yeah. But there's got to be a better way though. We'll have to figure like maybe the server says the guy who hits it the most ends up getting the loot.
Nah, you can't do that. What the fuck, dude? What about all the people who help?
Everybody has the same opportunity to like damage the zombie, so why not?
So it's almost like a little mini competition in itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a little
hell yeah.
A little tournament. Like who
But then again, then you remove the incentive to let others know that there's a zombie there.
Yeah.
So
You're, like,
that
eliminating
that
your
might not
choice.
work. Yeah.
I think we should just like an MMO model. Like if I would just that would have you very rare. I was thinking more like it's just one individual zombie spawning. Like anybody could kill it on their own.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
could do
but
it that
I
way.
like that though. Like, but that's like a super rare spawn.
Yeah.
And it drops multiple items.
And maybe the participants of this like super rare zombie, they just get all a random roll of who gets the loot, and that's it.
Yeah, could do that exactly. Yeah,
Because
just
you have an incentive to go and shoot it, and the players have an incentive to go bring in people because otherwise nobody will get the loot.
Yeah,
if
right.
You can't kill it.
Yeah,
So
just randomize it.
yeah,
I think that's the best way to do it.
yeah.
So anybody who like impacted the creature like that, those are basically
the players of the random roll,
exactly.
and then whoever hosts that zombie can put up additional like prizes. I mean,
yeah, we can go even further with that. Why not?
yeah.
But dude, that sounds fucking awesome. Because
Yeah,
like,
man.
but
Imagine.
if these items are actually impactful in your gameplay performance, I think that'd be even better.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Then-
if you fucking find like a rare Gatling gun off of this world boss,
Yeah.
then you could just go in. Like,
but
I
then
wonder
you're
if that
like,
would piss everyone off. So
yeah, you would
like,
piss everybody off.
Hey, but dude, he fucking
But
he put in the work, man. Like
Yeah, I guess.
it's like
yeah.
an actual character progression, right? Then it's like,
Yeah.
dude, I just want to keep hunting more zombies so I can get more cool guns and
Yeah.
get better at this game. Top the leaderboards, et cetera, et
See,
cetera.
that would make sense for an RPG. I mean, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, that sounds so cool, dude.
You see,
I
God,
hope we can do
man,
that.
dude,
What's that?
we need resources, dude.
So
How are we going to continue making this cool stuff if we're like,
it's true.
panhandling on the street,
So far,
you know?
what we did is we pre-sell. We did a pre-sale for this game,
yeah,
and I think we sold 6 of them, which is like
Yeah.
a total of I don't know, probably like $4 or $5 grand or something worth of mana.
if that.
Well, especially now because mana is halved.
The happening has already happened.
Exactly. So yeah, the idea is Corv was hoping to raise enough funds for him to dedicate enough developer time for this.
Yeah,
Because this is not like a small project. This is like a big one.
yeah.
If we wanted to make it as good as we want it to be, he could
Yeah,
just...
man, we can make so many cool things. It's just we don't have the resources.
Yeah.
Like as we talked about 550,000 mana.
Yeah.
Like, but that's not enough. I mean, it's just not enough to like sustain like development.
Yeah, and that's a big question. Like right now, people are getting restless in the Decentraland Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I imagine.
I mean, fuck it. I'll say some names. Too Sad to Tell, the owner of the Sugar Club.
Yeah,
He's starting to feel the pain, dude.
yeah,
Because his revenue model is literally like it's the what's that system called? The honor system? I don't know, like donations basically.
donations. Yeah.
He's not charging per entry like most nightclubs do. That's how they
It's
make their
true.
money. They have a door fee
Yeah,
and they make their money off their liquor. Now obviously there's no liquor in like
yeah,
Centraland, so he could charge a door fee, but he's already seeing like low traffic numbers without a door fee.
right.
And so he's like he can't go on anymore basically.
Yeah,
Which is a shame because I'm a big fan of his Sugar Club. I think like experiences like that are essential to the social aspect of this metaverse,
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
it's
I mean,
not sustainable, dude.
It's not. I mean, we really have to think about like the sustainability of any creation because if you're a dev and you're spending your time on something and it's not getting the traction because the incentives are not there, like that's a problem, right?
Totally.
You have to think about what you're building. If you're a dev and you're building an experience that takes 25 parcels, that's a problem. Nobody's going to buy a 25 parcel game.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Because nobody has 25 parcels to put it on.
Mm.
And I mean, that's 25 parcels is like $20,000.
Mm.
Maybe it's like 10,000 with the happening.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's if you're a dev, do not build a 25 parcel experience. Nobody is going to use it, deploy anything with it.
Yeah, only do that if you literally are contacted by the landowner himself, and he's like,
And I want a unique experience. I don't care if
Exactly.
I make any money.
Then you have all the leverage in the world to be like, okay, I'll do this for you at this price.
Yes.
Otherwise, you have fun sitting on your 25 parcels. Deploy some builder shit there if you want.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I guess I have a misunderstanding. I don't know if people do not see this because to me it's intuitive. Like, I don't understand why anyone would build anything that takes more than 4 parcels. Like, I do not see the incentive to do that because I know that people with more than 4 parcel estates, they're either not on Discord or they're just sitting on their land because they hope that Decentraland just by itself just creates value out of thin air. So I don't know. To me, this was obvious. This was obviously going to happen, and that's why when we build stuff, when we have these competitions, and we were going up against parcels that are 25 parcels large, and we had our submission of a 1x1 parcel replayable game, and we did it for a reason because we knew that a 25 parcel estate with a game on it wasn't going to do anything. I mean,
preach on, Will. Preach on.
To me, like this is the most obvious thing that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And what's frustrating is like
people don't see that. You're not the only one frustrated either. That's what I'm saying. The frustration is starting to show. Across the board.
Yeah, for sure.
Even in our own Discord, like we had our.
But it seems the frustration is there. I mean, it's you can taste it, you can smell it in the air, right? You know that it's there, right?
Yeah.
But the things that people are talking about are not the right things to be talking about. Like they're missing the point. And the point is, you have to think sustainable. You have to think money. You have to think about the developers building anything. And you have to also make it attractive for the 1x1 parcels who are in Discord, trying to figure things out and to help those people out. They need things to deploy. They know that the builder isn't good enough.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the builder, I just don't. I can't see it. I can't see an iteration, an update, an evolution of the builder that is going to be worth the time to build it.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I just don't see it. Like
you said, okay, yeah, dude, calm down, dude. Jesus Christ, y'all don't want you to have an aneurysm live on the podcast, dude. You gotta edit this shit.
Yeah,
but you said it yourself, dude. We need funding, and it's not easy to get funding, especially like in this kind of climate. But from our podcast, we realize, something that's, like we said, is understated is the value of the DAO itself and how it operates and stuff. So I think that's going to be our only hope in the future. Like if we're going to propose anything, we got to propose it to this DAO.
I mean, even then, like right now, 220 million mana sounds like a lot. It's not that much money. I mean, it is a lot if you're the only one contributing to Decentraland, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, but for sure, we're going to propose this thing that we brought up to Fede, on the interview. There's no loss opportunity that we want to propose.
Hell yeah, dude!
There's no loss.
See, I don't see a lot of people talking about it. I don't. Maybe we're the only ones who think that's a good idea.
Who the hell else thought of it?
What do you mean? Like
nobody else could do that.
No, they can't do that
because they don't have like.
But what I'm saying is like I don't see people thinking that that's a good idea.
Because it's not out there yet. It was literally we just thought of it like before that podcast, and then we proposed it to Fede.
Well, the idea's out there. Let's pull it together.
Well, yeah, but not for Decentraland.
No, not for Decentraland. That's you know what? I think part of this is like having the good ideas, but the ability to execute is like where the real huevos are, and so I think we just got to do it. We just got to prove that it's the right way to do it.
Well,
just
for sure, I think it'll be good for the community as a whole because I like what the fuck's going on with this DAO, dude? Like during that interview, I heard so much about the DAO, but I've never seen it actually in action, except
for Agora, but that's a different scheme.
Yeah, we need to the community needs to see like from beginning to end, like from proposal to execution to proof of I don't know, like the benefit of allocating like the community funds to a certain
and we were having a conversation that you keep bringing up with the wearables that it should be a free market. And I think a lot of people agree with you.
There's no reason why it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be because right now, the free market, any developer can build anything on Decentraland. So it's a free market, right? Well, it should be the same for wearables.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people agree with you on that.
And that's another thing. Yeah, so we need to. I guess this is another baton we're probably potentially gonna have to pick up and like organize things for everybody. Meaning like we have like a pretty good idea of what the consensus is on a few issues. So I don't know. We're gonna have to do the research, I guess, to figure out how to get the community to start voting on these things, right?
Yeah.
And just
I think that's probably one of the first votes that will happen is the wearables free market idea.
Yeah. That's how we could like test the whole system, see how it works.
Because ultimately, man, if somebody starts copying your wearables, the community has to do DYOR, do your own research on the wearables, and buy the right ones.
Yeah, we should get Dennis, he joined our Discord a few weeks back. He's the creator of Dapcraft, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We should we said we were going to schedule an interview with him, but we were busy. But now I guess we have an opportunity to.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta bring in Toxic Sam for Polygonal Mind. We gotta bring in the hosts, Dennis.
Oh yeah, that's right. We want to do a host roundtable.
Yeah.
So all you hosts watching this, man, like we're gonna do that too. That's just fuck, man. I don't know how bad this pandemic's gonna screw things up.
Well,
I mean, I guess
people are gonna have time.
It's actually. I'll just do it from my house, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
if it gets to that point.
I really don't think they're gonna shut down like the highways and shit. I doubt it, dude. I doubt it.
What do you mean, dude? This is going full Wuhan, dude.
No, it is not, dude. That would take martial law. And no,
dude,
it's not gonna happen.
There's no other way to stop this thing, man. Quarantine, bro. That's the only way to do it.
It's self-quarantine, meaning you decide to stay in.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think we'll allow like.
You telling me they're gonna see your truck or your car driving down the street and they're gonna wave you down and say you're not supposed to be.
Woo, woo, like fucking just like pull me off the grid with a fucking magnet, like pull me off the road. Yeah, I don't
that's not gonna happen, dude.
It can't happen. Yeah, you're right.
It's just,
only China could do shit like that. Like just make people disappear.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, we watched that video where they just like abducted people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that only in China that could happen.
Yeah, and you can't do shit about it. You can't like challenge them.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
or else you're next.
Yeah,
fuck that. But that's why I think like this virus is a bigger problem than we're anticipating because China we're trying to stop the spread.
Exactly.
Because of that.
It could be way worse
because we can't do that.
Because we can't do that. That's right.
Exactly.
I mean, I think they're the only country where they're seeing a lot less cases. Like
because they literally stopped it in its tracks because of that.
That's right.
They forced everyone to stay in their fucking houses for a month.
Yeah,
maybe even longer than that. They just let the people who died, let them die.
See, I'm not a biologist. I don't know what happens when, let's say, everybody segregates to their own little house for 6 weeks, but the virus is still out there somehow, right?
That's what I said.
So I don't
right now. Yeah, the growth rate is tapered, but you're releasing everyone back into the wild.
Yeah,
there's no way it's like zero virus out there.
Exactly.
It's just gonna kickstart and
exactly
re-spread all over again.
So it's gonna be interesting when China gets back on the grid.
Yeah,
and they see we see how many cases like start.
Yeah,
developing.
if we start to see that thing go up again.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, yeah, it's coming again.
Dude, that's a big problem if it goes up.
It will. I'm almost certain of it. I think this coronavirus thing is it's here to stay for the rest of our lives.
Probably, yeah.
It's just a new seasonal flu, It's just another layer of disease to avoid.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna have like TSA like changes to our society, meaning like TSA was a response to terrorism.
Yeah.
Now we have to deal with
now we have to like register our not vaccinations, but our all our flu shots. Like
shit
that's gonna be required.
Shit like that, and like we're just gonna be so much more health conscious now, and so much more like there's like they scan your forehead like in China if you're going into a supermarket to make sure you don't have a fever. It's gonna be like that. Like
I don't understand that. Because
dude, it's just preventative measures. Just if you're sick, you can't come in here.
Yeah, but you're infected even though you're not showing any symptoms.
Yeah, I know, but
and you're spreading it without showing any symptoms.
But if you don't have it, but you're more likely to spread it if you're over there like hacking all over people and shit, right? If you're not showing symptoms, you're just like briskly breathing, It's not that bad. But if you're sick, you're over there like
spreading
it, everything, Yeah. So there's gonna be like more policing of that.
I'm gonna burn that mic, by the way.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little funk to it, dude. I'm like hot breath. But I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
There's no way we're just gonna like forget about this.
for
You know,
sure.
especially if coronavirus just ends up being like part of everyday life. Yeah, we'll adapt to it, dude. We're fucking humans, man. That's what we do.
Yeah,
God damn it.
it's gonna be a notch in our belt, like our
Exactly.
genetic belt.
Yep. But
Damn. How
Well-
long have we been going?
hour and a half.
Okay.
I guess, yeah. See, we tried to talk about something happy. We went right back to doom and gloom, dude. God
Hey,
damn
but
it.
that's the reality, dude.
It's true.
I mean, we try to talk about Decentraland. That's doom and gloom right there.
I know, dude. What the fuck?
Corona's virus, doom and gloom, markets tanking. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
man.
There's nothing good happening, man.
Shit. There's got to
Even-
be something.
Even MetaZone, as good as things are going, like we need more help, man. Like we need like community help.
Yeah.
And we need creators. We need people like understanding like what they should be creating.
We got
don't
some
need,
cool stuff. That's okay. That's cool. I've seen a little bit of, like, I could feel the creator energy starting to slowly build. Like, there's a guy building a claw machine.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, it is badass.
Should we? Can we show? I'm not gonna. Yeah, we can't do that.
Well, no, not yet. Like,
Yeah.
that's his stuff. So
Yeah. So we got creators actually building
yeah,
like unique metas.
that fit on a 1x1.
Yeah, dude.
Imagine that.
I mean, I'll just describe it. It's literally like those claw machines. If you go to any like arcade and
Yeah.
you go, it's like a box where they have like stuffed animals or whatever,
Yeah,
basketballs, and there's a claw that you operate and it can just pick shit up.
yeah.
Or most of the time it doesn't. 'Cause that's kind of like
that's the point.
that's the game, right? It's
Yeah.
supposed to be difficult, so you just keep on trying until you actually get like that perfect grip.
Yeah,
And then so he's literally replicating that for Decentraland, and it looks awesome.
hell yeah.
I'm just curious, like, what he's gonna actually put in the box. I think it's gonna be up to like if you own that.
I think it should be like cubes, and then
I do too.
And then the cube that you get is like a random roll of
Exactly.
something.
Yeah, if you manage to grab a cube, but then it's kind of like you want to target like the cool shit, like
That's true.
maybe it's like
Maybe
a cube
it's like
with like a
cube with,
crypto
like-
kitty or something.
No, there's cubes with different RNG probabilities.
Yeah, but it's like one cube has like the face of a crypto kitty, so if you pick up this cube, it'll give you a random crypto kitty. Then another cube will have like what else is out there?
Yeah, but it has
like
to be
Gods Unchained.
It has to be sustainable though. You can't always
No.
like win something because then
Well, yeah,
the
you
landowner's
can.
always losing.
But the point is to make it extremely difficult, like with the claw aspect. So there's people playing and they're not getting shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just coding that is very difficult.
Hey, don't talk to me, man. Talk to him. Shit. He seems gung ho, dude.
No, I'm saying like you
He's
can code.
obviously a talented, developer.
You can code it to where you're always picking up something, or you can code it to where it randomly decides the thing that it's hovering over it's going to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, when you used to play basketball games like on the PlayStation and Xbox, and then somebody randomly gets injured, like rolls an ankle, and like they have to like get out of the game,
Yeah.
like that RNG,
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, ultimately, it's up to him how he decides to roll it out. But we've had conversations with him about these exact things, and he's well aware of like.
Yeah, there's different ways to
challenges.
do it. So
Yeah. Either way, like this is exactly what we're talking about when we need creators to come up with like cool shit, man.
yeah, dude, somebody should create Duck
Do you
Hunt.
like?
Duck
Yeah.
Hunt. Imagine a 3D
Well,
one by one.
We're kind of doing that with the zombies.
Oh, kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
But Duck Hunt, man.
Yeah, if you do duck hunt. But see, this is all like there's people out there with large land, and they had to. So there's a market now where people are creating like these mini games, arcade style games. They're gonna populate their whole land with all this shit.
Hell yeah.
And it's
Well,
like
because on top of that, they were going to populate it because they can make some kind of revenue from it.
yeah, and it's just gonna be cool whenever because you're a landowner with lots of land, so you have more opportunity to host these games. You literally have like a big ass arcade
Yeah.
with like. Now we're not talking about like arcade games where you interface a little box and then has like a little screen on it.
Nah, definitely.
We're talking about actual, like how VR VR arcade games are supposed to feel like. Like
Yeah.
you actually feel like you're in the game,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Like Beat Saber is an arcade style game,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it's not an arcade game.
Exactly.
So those are the kind of experiences we need to create on a 1x1.
Totally.
Why 1x1? Because it has the largest market potential.
Yeah. Totally. Agreed. But I guess that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of hopium.
Yeah.
What else? What else can we hope about?
Uh,
I don't know, dude. We got fucking Tom Hanks diagnosed.
hey, but
dude.
what are you gonna
Goddamn.
do when Bitcoin's like at 3,000 again? Is that a buy or is that like waited out?
3,000?
Yeah, 3.
Fuck yeah, that's a buy, dude.
Yeah, right. There's some hopium there, right? If it goes down, it's just buy, right?
Yeah. We just keep buying until we're dead broke, I guess. But like this, yeah. Yeah, this is the final test for Bitcoin, dude. The final countdown.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this fucking model, man.
Hey,
this-
but what dude? What happens when the stock markets keep going down and
That's
then
what I
Bitcoin
s-
slowly goes up?
Oh. Well, then, yeah, then it's performing.
Yeah, then it's performing how
Then
it should, right?
Yeah, exactly. If gold starts doing that and Bitcoin is doing that too,
Yeah.
then we got some confirmation, and
Yeah.
then you're gonna see like some panic
Panic
rush
buy.
in.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, it is a store of value. Like, I need to hop in, dude. You know,
Dude, that's what's gonna fuel the $120,000
it
Bitcoin.
could. You're right.
That's the thing.
It could be it. It's
Yeah.
like an actual
It's like a
escape.
prophecy.
It's an actual escape from
Yeah.
the traditional equities
Yeah.
markets, like into Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's a prophecy, dude.
What's a prophecy?
The fact that everyone's predicting it to be like a plus $100,000 Bitcoin, like within a couple of years,
Yeah.
and like this is it. This is why.
That would be wild as fuck, actually.
It
But
would
dude,
be.
that's actually like a legitimate reason for it to happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for sure.
But then
We've
once it
been-
hits 120, you hit the sell button as quickly as you possibly can.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, this is not investment advice. This is purely for entertainment.
Exactly. We're just armchair analyzing here.
Yeah.
But anyways, I guess that's it.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know,
it.
man.
That's it. We could go on.
Yeah,
but
like I said, we can go on.
we can go on, but I think we've had enough negativity.
Yeah, and if you guys are Discord members, just keep chilling in the Discord. It's been a little cluttered with just doom talk lately.
Yeah.
Mostly just people, because this is like a huge global event and everyone's impacted by it. And it's actually kind of cool to hear everyone's experience with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Like a
global.
lot of people from Europe, like they are feeling the brunt of it way harder than us,
Yeah.
and they're letting us know that, and it's pretty cool. Like we can actually interact with people around the world and like share our experiences, right?
Right.
Like we got people telling us like they got bars closing in New York and shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, keep chilling, keep hanging out.
Yeah. We're going to be here for a little while, it seems.
Yeah, we actually got Anorak, our badass host. He's hosting a tournament here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, the 22nd or the 20th, I think.
It's the 20th through the 22nd.
Yeah. And dude, like the prizes are already piling up. We're
Yeah.
contributing too. We're going to contribute some mana and some, I think we're going to,
NFTs.
and like a meta too. I'm going to
And a meta,
contribute
yeah.
a meta. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our creators made a house, a Genesis building, and I'm going to throw that into the pot. So
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot at stake. So hopefully we can all, do some Decentraland gaming to take our minds off of all this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already all like hunkered down. Like, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Let's make this a big thing,
Hell yeah.
As big as we can get it.
That's sort of the point of Decentraland, like a place to hang
Escape.
out. Yeah, an escape. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we should call it. Like,
Decentrascape.
something like that.
Yeah.
But you're right, dude. That's the whole point, man. It's supposed to be a world where we can escape from our problems. Like, that's what we want it to be.
It's like it's just we escape to a world with its own problems.
Fuck. God damn it, Will. I was trying so hard to like reverse the sentiment.
Yeah. You tried though.
I did try. But yeah.
All right, guys. So make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Block Runner, and hop in our Discord. And
And I guess we'll have more shit coming up. Like I
Yeah.
said, host roundtable on the books.
yeah, I think everybody likes our interviews, so we're probably gonna try
Yeah.
to do more of those.
Want to get more people from Decentraland, other projects, get their opinion on things, how
Yeah.
things are going, what they want, what their desires are,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Keep doing our thing.
All right, guys. Appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, stay safe.